Hi guys, hello Mary. It's MicheleMarieDalene. It's the 8th of June, and it's morning, and I'm waiting for a gift. There's a subscriber on my YouTube channel that is mailing me a gift. All I know is, according to it's being delivered by UPS, and it weighs 30.7 pounds imperial weight. So that's all I know about it. I have no idea what it is. As far as I know, it could be a whole box of rice. I have no clue. And I, well, depending on when it comes, I was maybe hoping that we could open it up on camera. But I was going to do that with the other camera, because this is my iPhone, and or my other phone here, the Android phone, and we all know that this is the one that doesn't fit in any of my stands at all. It's too big. But even so, we are taking a deed check questions and stuff while we're waiting for this package to come. If that's any consolation. So, but why don't I just will give you the morning details of the schedule, and see if I can put this phone somewhere so at least I can have kind of a hands-free. Yeah, I could do that. Let's see. That will work for now. Alright, so first of all, I wanted to let you know that one of my subscribers has asked me for my mailing address because she wanted to mail me a gift on Amazon. That's all I know. I don't have any idea what it is. But at least I can tell you about the weather forecast for the next few days. At least that's kind of a gift in its own right. So let's start with the right now temperatures and work our way up. Okay? Right now it is 15 degrees Celsius, so this is mostly cloudy. Feels like 15 degrees Celsius, wind south-southeast at 4 kilometers per hour. Humidity is 87%. UV index is low. Dew point is at 12 degrees Celsius. And sunrise this morning was at 5:17 a.m. Sunset tonight will be 8:28 p.m. Going for the next few days. There we go. The expected high today is gonna be. I can't be right. If that's right. Ooh, somebody's gonna have a nice cool day. No, shh. Let me just double check to make sure that temperature's right. That seems awfully low. Okay. Alright, here's what we got. Friday, June 8th says expected high will be 14, a low of 8 degrees Celsius, 20% chance of precipitation. Saturday, June 9th, the Ice Cream Social says it is going to be 70% chance of showers. Gee, that's interesting because on my other phone, it doesn't show that. You sure you got the right place? Yeah, I got the right place. Oh, okay. I think I do. You think? Oh. Right now, my other phone's using probably the other phone. Well, unprop it for a minute so we can check to see if that is indeed any kind of error on that. Alright, so let's just see what the other phone's app says. That seems awfully strange, since it didn't match last night's forecast at all. Aha! Here we go. According to this, Friday, today, it says expected high is 26 degrees, 12 degrees is low. That sounds close to the right. Saturday shows to be partly sunny, a high of 26, a low of 12 degrees. And Sunday, a high of 24 degrees Celsius. 24 is a high, 11 is low. So what in the bloody hell is this thing looking up its forecast information from? I have no idea. It sure the hell ain't coming from Winston. No. You're getting a little nervous. Yeah. I have no idea when the package is going to be here. So, yeah, I'm a little nervous right now. So, let's see if I can see. What are you guys doing now? Sounds like they're talking to each other again. Now it updated it correctly. All right, fine. So now it's up to date. Anyway, the point is that the package is supposed to be sometime today. So what does that mean for the soup kitchen today? Well, normally when the package comes like this, I wait until it shows up and then I go to the soup kitchen. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing. And it's too bad you can't really use this to view the phone chats. I could if I switched the app. Oh, but I'm not going to switch the app right now. Okay. Because I don't know how I can switch the app. And this is going to potentially breaking this sucker. So anyway, the point is that is the details of the weather forecast. Is the package should be here anytime. Since I left the door open, all the cats are here. Let's show you what I'm talking about when I say cats are here. Okay. There's Dusty. There's Rusty. Or Dusty. That's Rusty in there. That's Dusty out here. Fame is around here somewhere. And there's another cat that's a stray cat. He kind of hangs out here too. There's Fame over there, chilling at the another apartment. And we have another cat that comes out here, and he's around here. You can't miss him. We got another kitty cat that is not truly homeless. He has a home, but he's the buddy of Fame and Rusty and Dusty, and he comes over. I guess Dusty and Fame have invited him to share their dinner. Oh yes, dishes taped to the floor. I bet you wonder why I taped this to the floor. It was because when Torres was here. Yeah. I'm just gonna have to clean up a little bit. When Torres was here, he had the cone on his head, and he couldn't eat. This plastic dish is too light, so he kept kicking the dish around and spilling all the cat food. My cats sometimes still spill the cat food. So this one cleaning up. It's my kids. Good morning. So, anyway, like I said, damn, this place is a mess. So that's the cat that has the hernia thingus. You can see he's pretty active. He does everything like you would expect a cat to do. Why don't you open up the other door and let some air in here? Good idea. Southern Bill Joy is sending this gift. It weighs, all I know is it weighs 30.7 pounds. I have no idea any more than that at all. I have no information on it. And, I wanted to show you our 11830 or something too, but I'm going to switch this phone over so I can show it to you. No, I'm not going to put it on right second. Yeah. And that's not British pound sterling either. British pound sterling is a form of money. I know that. That'd be nice, right? Hey, can you send me a tenner? Oh, send me a couple tenners. That'd be about what you're getting. Right. Alright, so I want to show you something. You asked me about the dress. Do you want to see the dress I'm thinking about wearing now? Tomorrow, I could just show you while it's still hanging on the hanger. Or do you want me to surprise you ahead of time? Or do you want to see it when I put it on tomorrow? It's an all-white dress. It was either that or a purple one. You've seen a purple one a few times. I wore the white one last time at the convocation this year. Okay, I'm gonna go get it for you. It's in the closet. Okay, hold on a minute. How are you gonna show this, Michelle? Because the camera's in the pointing in the wrong place. Oh, well, okay. All right, just pretend I'm wearing it, okay? This is the dress here. It's full length. It's made out of cotton material, which is good for tomorrow because it's gonna be cool enough. It's a 4X. I've lost a lot of weight since I bought this dress, so it might hang on me a little bit like a bag. But at least I have it. Of course, we got the purple one. You've seen me wear the purple one a few times. I've also got a black one, too. So, you can see, this is actually technically, is considered a wedding dress. But I got cats on here, so I want to put this away before you get cat paws all over it. Okay, so let me put this away here. Unfortunately, I don't have any way of... Okay, so where was I? Yeah, so she's sending me this dress, and what the hell is this over here? Oh, that's a film can. I know that, but where does it come from? Where does it come from? It's a film can. Why isn't that in the storage bin? Because when Dory put the stuff here, it's basically the few loose things are on the table. Alright. So. No, Dory didn't pay me yet. Well, let me show what I got anyway. Any 16mm films. I have a 16mm movie projector too. You know those concession reels you see at drive-ins? That, like, for the snack bar and things? Well, this is a 16mm print of the original Filmac concession reel. And it has sound on it and everything. And I have a film camera also. An original 1927 Filmo HR16 with 400-foot film magazines and everything. I bought that many years ago when I got some of the retroactive disability check from my father's, being awarded some of my father's benefits. This film is just an old school film that has, unfortunately, turned, it's got the acid, it's got the vinegar smell. It's called, let's see, what's this one here called? It's called Vowels and Their Sounds. Yeah, I know. Too many people got 16mm films. But anyway, I got the matching projector in the storage bin, so I'm surprised that these two films are actually laying here. And then we have an empty film can too. So I don't know why all that stuff's here, but I mean, some of the stuff was supposed to be put in the storage bin side, and some of the stuff just ended up everywhere else instead of the storage bin. So anyway, here's the deal. I'm not going to sit here on the camera indefinitely. That's stupid. So what I'm going to do is I guess realistically, I don't know when the package is coming. It says it's on the truck and it's out for delivery. But I called UPS and they could not tell me or give me a delivery time window. So all I know is I'm just going to have to wait. I know that it's still early. I went to sleep a little earlier last night, so I got a few extra Z's in between. So, but the soup kitchen doesn't serve lunch until 11:30. But here's something I wanted to talk about real quick. Dory never paid. We'll start with Dory first. Dory never paid me the $100 she owed me. Okay, and I have no idea why, but I never got it. So how do I get in contact with a collection agency to collect that $100? Sell them the debt so that I can still get $100 from the collection agency or whatever it is that I can get. I think it's $50. Is it? Yeah, because usually it's 50 cents for every dollar you take in. If you can find a collection agency, I'll take a small debt. No, we did not have a written agreement. But you're right, that could make it a little more problematic. But the point is that she didn't pay me the $100, and so because of that reason, I don't have a lot of extra money to spare. Fortunately, of the 30 pounds of cat food I bought last month, I would say I probably got about 20 pounds of it left. So, that's a start. But cat litter is another story. I'm going to need more cat litter. But I think for right now, we're okay. We need time for the cat litter. But anyway, so the thing I'm really kind of vexed with Dory is the fact is that she agreed that she was going to pay me. And then she basically did everything she could to go AWOL so she wouldn't pay me the debt. And I mean AWOL. She doesn't return my phone calls. She won't answer my phone calls. She's I tried to reach her through friends, and nobody can get a hold of her. So that's a problem. Yeah. Too bad you can't really get a good picture of Fame or Dusty. Yeah, I know. And then Patty calls me up and says, that's another message. She said to me, "You're not my friend, really, because you can't help me when I'm in a bind." And I told her in her voicemail or text message, I said, "Hey, Dory never paid me the $100. How am I supposed to help you pay when I'm stone broke because Dory didn't pay me the $100 she owed me? It doesn't mean I'm not your friend. Why would you say I'm not your friend? I can't always guarantee I'm going to be able to help you financially. I'm just as dumb as you are." Yeah, she's just as cold and all broke as I am, and I don't owe her any money. Me and her have settled our debt. We don't owe any money. So she's asking me to give her a loan to help her out, get her car registered, and get her dogs out of the dog pound. And I'm like, excuse me, I can't do that. And then she told me, well, I have to come up with, something like $400 to $800 to get the dog out of the pound, and that's to pay for the car registration. I'm like, oh, I don't have that kind of money to help you. That's not fair to me. I'm already top broke anyway. Right. And that's just like, okay, it's just like with the credit card debts. I'm trying not to run up my credit card debt. I'm trying to pay them off. So if you lend out money and then you can't pay off your bills either. Exactly. And right now, the main thing is I'm trying to make sure that I have enough money to make sure I got my hair done. At first, Patty thought I have to pay $100 a month to get my hair done, which is, no, it's not. It was $50. And second of all is, and when that leaves me with $56 left over after I got my hair done. All the bills are paid. The rent's paid, the electric's paid, the phone's paid. They're all paid. That's good. And the thing is $56 a month is not going to go very far. Oh, well, fortunately, I still got about $87 in food stamps. Thank God for small favors. Yeah. And most we do have $20 in the savings account. Michelle puts $20 automatically into the savings account. But last month she ended up using most of her savings account just to keep things from going underwater. Right. That's problematic. But as far as the thing that Joy is sending me, what do you think it is? Because 30.7 pounds is pretty heavy. It could be anything. It could be a rock. I don't think it would be a rock. It could be a set of dumbbells. Dumbbells? I'm not into exercise like that. Good morning, Sue. How you doing? I was just talking to our 11H30 about a package that's coming. One of my users is sending me a gift, and it will be here in a little bit sometime today. It's on the truck right now from UPS, and it weighs 30.7 pounds. Oh, by the way, Dusty's doing okay. I thought I would let you know that. I showed a picture of Dusty to our 11H30, but where is he now? Try the bedroom. Is he? I think so. Oh, well, okay. Well, let me see where the cat is. So I'm going to sue. Nope. It's not in here right now. Oh, well, if you rewind the tape a little bit, you'll see that I mentioned Dusty a little while ago. I'm going to see if I can see if Patty got back to me. Okay. No messages. Anyway, her message was... The last one was this. I said, $50. Okay, this is what she said originally. I want to go back a little bit here, because it's always in multiple pages. I got an appointment for hair appointment retouch at 12:30, so I can't stay 4 seconds at lunch tomorrow. Should be at SK by 10. And she says, I cannot believe you're paying $100 for a $10 touch-up. And I said, and this is after I do, and that's after 11, do not call. Okay, I got that part. And I said, I didn't call you. $50 for touch-up, not $100. She says, don't text me after 9 at night, or I will call the police. And I said, this is Wednesday. I said, on my way to SK. And she says, I don't care. You're not a friend. Because you don't help me. Goodbye. And she just says, come talk to me at SK about this. And I let her know, I said, I may be late at SK as I am waiting for a package/gift. Dory never paid me. How do I seek collections on her? So, you see, she's fairly knowledgeable about things like that, but I don't know if she knows how collection agencies work. I mean, I know big companies can send you to, how about little companies? How about individuals? Yeah, I think she's bipolar. Good, yes, I've seen Dusty when I watched your videos. Okay, what? Oh, shit, I'm gonna find out what she said. What are you waiting for in the mail? Glad to hear all cats are good. You're not obligated to help anyone. Agreed. I'm waiting for a package that a lady named Southern Belle Joy is sending me from Amazon. It weighs 30.7 pounds. That's all I know. I have nothing else on it except the tracking number. And she asked me for my address, so I gave her my address and my phone number. So she has the information, and she's mailing this package. And I would like to try to give her thanks and maybe do an unboxing at the same time. The only problem is I have no idea when the package is going to be here. So because of that reason, because I have no idea what time the package is going to be here, I can't do any unboxings if I don't see it before I end the live stream. So, and if I do an unboxing, it'll probably be better to use the other camera anyway, because of obvious reasons. Then I can prepare the camera and put it on the tripod. Oh yeah, let me tell you. You know what I do? Let me show you guys close up of the studio camera. We would normally use for that. Let me switch this over to that one. Now, this is the studio right here. I will stop by one day next week after work is okay, that's fine. I would love to see you again, Sue. And are you and your housemate doing okay? Talking about Rick? Alright, so let me talk about this camera real quick here. Can we shed some light on the subject? Sure I can. Okay. She says, so. Well, you know, I'm sure we could probably still work something out if you're still interested in working with me in housing, because I'm sure that we may have some options in the short time. Might want to consider mobility options where I can probably relocate if I needed to. Yeah, well, that's not going to happen unless he wants to make changes. I'm surprised that you turned down my offer. I originally said to you that if Dory moved out, I still would like you to have you have the option to move in. Since I already got 3 cats, plus the neighborhood stray cats from downstairs, which is the tuxedo cat comes up to eat too. So really, in essence, I still got 4 cats. I think we could work something out if you're interested. Just contact me and privately on Facebook if you still are. If you're still interested in work with me on that option. All right, so let me get to what I was going to show, or 11H30 real quick, since we just get some time to kill. This here is our studio camera, and that's a security camera. This one here is a PAL model. Well, Sue is the original cat lady in the building. Originally, I just had 2, and I ended up getting 3, and I got stuck with 4. Well, 3.5, because the other cat actually has a home. Just like homeless Mike, he likes to come over here for a meal. So anyway, this here is the camera. This is my homemade viewfinder. And this is the lens on it. I can swap the lens out as needed. That camera is connected to the same basic box as on the other computer. Yeah, it's a backup rear view monitor for car. This is the Mac FS10. This is one of 2. The other one is on the other Mac. This is the BNC cable that comes from the camera. This is the BNC cable that goes to the monitor. This is my PowerMac G5 machine, which is an G5 processor running at 2 gigahertz. That's my flat panel monitor, my Microsoft keyboard, and this trackball is highly sought after. Funny, I bought it at the Salvation Army, but the funny thing was this in Microsoft Explorer trackball, even in this condition, sell as much as $250. Brand new, you can go for $1,000, which is kind of funny because I only paid the original list price of $19 for it. Not even that. I think I paid like $5 for this at the Salvation Army. Brand new with original box and CD and everything. So I just can't see how in the hell anybody can want to charge so much for a trackball like that. And then, of course, this is my keyboard. Well, I'd love to have you come by and hang out some more with me. And if you really seriously want to get away from him and you want to start over, I'm sure me and you could work it out with Jimmy or with Millie. Because I think it would be awesome to have you hang out with me. So let me turn off the flash here, since I don't need to run off my batteries up here. So as I do miss hanging out with you on the deck back porch, on the warm days. How the hell does let's see, how the hell does anyone understand all that technology talk? We're just friends. Me and Sue are just friends. We met last year when Sherry was on the porch. I was filming on the porch. It was the time that Sue moved in to the building. And the funny thing is that me and Sue are like almost like a perfectly, like we've been friends all of our lives, even though we only know each other for about a year. So it's kind of cool that way. I mean, that's a great question, though, our 11830, but no, we never dated. We'll talk next week when I stop by. Great idea. As you know, I know you want to come back to Winston, and I know that you would like to get away from him. So, I mean, if you move in with me, you and I will work something out with Jimmy. Let's put it this way. I got Jimmy by the short and curlies. Here's why. I help him do all the paperwork in his buildings. If he actually tried to pull any kind of rank, I basically have him, as I said, by the short and curlies. I help him do all the processing, evictions, and court papers and all that. So, that would kind of suck for him. Throw me out. And there's your kitty. That's Dusty. And yeah, he's still got the umbilical hernia thingy on the belly. And, yeah, he's a good kitty. He's still cute, but he still smells bad when he sprays. That's expected. He's actually slightly vocal. He will meow at me now and then too. He has a soft meow. It doesn't really scream. I know. Like I said, you and I could get back together and we could work something out for housing for you and me, and we could find a way for me, your cats, my cats. It'll be kind of like the equivalent of the Brady Bunch, or more like the Blevins Bunch. And instead of having kids, you'd have cats. Oh, boys. And by the way, our 11830s are all the cats get along with each other. They're all like, well, let's see. They all are like brothers, and well, they all literally are. I mean, they are technically all Rusty sons. So anyway, like I said, I'm sorry that I don't know how long it's going to take for this package to show up. I really wish I could give you a date. Yeah, and that's the neat thing, is that they all get along pretty good. And so anyway, which one was Penny? That was one of your cats that pretty much stayed to herself. Ah, someone's coming to the door. Oh, I think I have someone going to the porch. Yeah. No, that's not ups. Just one of my neighbors. So she was a runt of the litter and is very fearful of things. Yeah, that happens. Especially girl cats tend to be more skittish than the boys. The boy cats tend to be more adventurous. I miss having Sue here too. That's one of the reasons why I would be very willing to take a Jimmy, my landlord, and get Sue here. If she's willing to, because she's already kind of was talking terms with me, that I would help her out. I need a roommate. She couldn't afford to rent an apartment on her own, so she's... Yeah, I think she would. Why don't you speak up and tell her a little bit about it? Sue, there's a documentary going to be scheduled, in the next couple of weeks. On the 17th to the 19th, R11830 is doing a documentary about me on his, oh, this fat ass. Yeah, he's still there. He's still big and fat. I'm going to turn off my alarm clock. So there's going to be a documentary on the 17th. Let me just switch the camera over here. 17th through the 19th, R11830 is going to be coming up to do the documentary. Okay? And he's really excited about this too because he's done a lot of filming in the past, and a lot of people were really excited to think about me being on a documentary, including him. But what he'd like to do is he'd like to meet some other people that knew me, and yeah, that would include you too, Sue, since you do know me. Since I don't have your email address, all I can tell you to get in contact with him, and his name is Rich at 11h30.com. That's Rich at 11h30.com. If you're interested in being part of the documentary, I would love to have you part of that. By the way, my mother and I are kind of talking to each other now. Well, I know that. Well, I know you're no expert either. It's okay, but at least you know how to do camera work. And he do some video shoots and things. Yeah, she was. Sue had been on a few of my live streams. She was the blonde-haired lady. Right now she kind of turned her hair dark brown, but yeah, she's really kind of cool. We really gel well. We really gel good, and so that's the reasons I'm really looking forward to having her around. And if she decides to stay here, I can use her help with the bills, because when Dory left, she left a big financial took a big financial part of what any kind of benefit I would have had having a roommate when she left, because, well, she just didn't work out too good after all. And you can't say much about that, you know? Right, fat ass? Yeah. Yeah. Look at this big broad cat. Yeah, I know, he doesn't like getting dotted all over with attention. Yeah, that's Rusty for you. He's the father of Dusty. He's the father of the other cat there. Well, we don't really have a name for him. He's the tuxedo cat. I think no, he's not the father of the tuxedo cat. Somebody else says. Let's see, we have he also is the father of Torres, which Dory found a home for. No kidding. Nope. Rusty is living large, like always. Oh, I don't disagree with that. I don't think he's lost weight. No. I don't even know if I really lost much. Huh. Yeah, you did. Except to get the camera in the work. Oh, I got the camera in the right position. Yeah, I know. You're wearing black like always. Silhouettes on the shade. Yeah, right. Silhouettes on the shade. But Yeah. Hi, Mr. Cat. How you doing? Look at me like, what are you taking pictures of me for? I'm not that pretty. Actually, he's gorgeous. He's huge. So anyway, yeah, I could use Sue's help. If Sue wants to work with me, we can try to resolve this with Jimmy. And after all, it was her significant other that didn't pay the rent. It wasn't Sue that didn't pay the rent. I think we could talk to Jimmy and explain to him, and we should try to talk to him ahead of time and tell him, look, here's the deal. I need her help because I can't make it on my own because everything is getting more expensive, which is very true. And that would be awesome if he finally kind of reneges and goes, okay, yeah, I mean, you're right. Come on. You know, $90 a month after you pay all your bills and get your hair done, and that's not including any surprises like high electric bill or high phone bill or whatever. It's kind of bullshit, you know? It'd be far better if you can get a roommate in that you trust and you know and you feel comfortable with, and that she knows where the apartment looks, and so that there's no surprises. And that's the reason why it would be so awesome to get Sue here. Yeah, Dory moved out again. But then again, as I said, she no longer lives here. And why Jimmy doesn't like me? Well, I know. That's what I'm saying. Is me and you need to talk to Jimmy about that. We need to straighten it out with him. After all, he doesn't want to see me end up being homeless, because if he throws me out, then who's going to help him do with his books and his bills and his lawyers and the electrical problems that need to be fixed, sometimes like replacing a broken light fixture or something like that, because I do help with electrical repairs. So this would be really advantageous for Jimmy to work with me and keep me around, and that's what he would be best. So we can simply be very eloquently explaining to him that number one is if I fall behind in the bills, I will not be able to recover easily. So that's the reason why we need to talk to Jimmy about that and let him know that we need to work that out. All right, so now R11H30, since you're here, do you have any questions about what we're talking about, all the things like get in contact with Sue and the documentary, whatever? I got one. You got one. Okay, here we go. Remember what Donald Trump said in The Art of the Deal is that sometimes you have to be willing to walk away if for some reason somebody basically you can make an offer, and if your offer is turned down, you have to accept the ramifications, so you have no backup plan. Okay, I'll talk to you later, so. Alright, R11H30, of the Saturday is when I'll begin contacting everybody. Okay. And obviously, for the 4 people watching this, which is 3 now, this is kind of a vlog. When the package shows up, I will do an unboxing on it and find out what it is. I have no idea. All I know is it weighs 30.7 pounds. I have no idea what she shipped me. It could be anything from a pile of rocks to maybe a piece of old electronics to... I have no idea. But it's from Amazon, so it's probably something that's new and not used. Although I do know Amazon does sell used things too. I'll have to see what it is. And so I'll let you guys know when I get it set up to do the documentary. By the way, so how do you think I look after all these after the last few months, if you're still there. You don't know if she's still there. I don't know either. What about you? Oh, he doesn't know you, Michelle. How would he know if you lost weight or not? About the same. Okay. I'll see you next week then, Sue. And for the rest of you guys, since I gotta wait here for my package, I'll probably just. It could be. Or like I said, it could be anything. I have no idea what it could be. But I don't think it's a laptop because I never saw a laptop that weighed 30.7 pounds. Could be an iMac? Used one? I don't think it would be a new one. But like I said, when we get the package, we'll unbox it on camera and you'll be able to see what it is. No, I don't think so. No. By the way, to answer your question out on the wire about proof of what I was saying is all the videos that I have shared all have cited sources on them. So you can go to the video's description and all the sources that are mentioned in the videos by Adapt 2030, the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, and I believe also Ice Age Farmer are all documented, cited sources. So you can check it out and find out what's going on. I've used it for months. Okay. Oh, no, you can apologize because he's watching this right now. So why don't you go ahead and just, because I just checked, you're not blocked. So if you want to apologize to him now, go ahead, type at him. He's here on the chat reading this as well. And I have no bad intentions towards it. Well, I know that takes some time, but you just be patient and hang cool. I'm sure you'll work this out. But why are you angry? That's a good question. Why are you angry? Did someone piss in your cornflakes this morning? Yes, I know. I've heard all about it from the CBC. I've been reading about it. Okay, so now you know what the story with that is. By the way, do you guys, for my this ahead of time, since I have at least two of you there, do you want me to do the Discord stream like we did on Wednesday, on Sunday? So like me, you, People of Peace, or 11830 et al. Will be able to join me and Lumi on the Discord server in addition to the YouTube server. It's no big deal to set it up because I finally saw the finished video product and it was really good. If you watch the video now, you can see all of it from the beginning, and there wasn't too much bad latency, so it was actually pretty enjoyable. Yeah. Yeah, but I think that's okay. But how is, I bet George Soros is pissing his pants right now, considering the fact is that he was hoping to help push socialism into Canada. That's not going to work out now because of the fact that socialism is not going to become a way of life in Canada. Oh, yeah, don't worry about it. You know, the point is that last night's stream really didn't do that bad. On Wednesday, we had 85 views. It was fairly tame. And I think that that's not a problem. And we can still have the two sources open, so you can still join in too. At least, like you said, and you asked me about this in the video, you said you enjoyed the live stream option. What I'd like to do, maybe not on Saturday, But maybe on August 17th to 19th, I want to do a B-cast in the studio, so we can actually get a chance to show you how we actually set up the B-cast. And it's not really that complicated because, like I said, we already have the equipment pretty much is turnkey. And you can see that. There's the camera. There's the umbilical for said camera that goes into the other room. The camera is on a tripod already. And then it goes into that room over there. Yeah, those 16mm film reels are real reels. Yes, that is a real standard 8 film reel in the center of the reel. I had no place else to put that, so I figured put that in the middle. But it doesn't actually have film on it, just has tape. Right, that's what I mean. I knew that. Being entertained by the Fords not being affecting. What? It says here, yes, we can do, because I don't think I'll have time about we can do you vlogging. Right. In East Illinois says, I'm in Western Canada, so I just get to sit back and be entertained by the Fords without being affected by lots of laughter. All effects will be positive anyway. So we all hope. Yeah, we all hope that. But we all know that politicians sometimes don't really help out anybody except their own special interests projects. Yeah, by the way, that 25-inch console was mine. Rob did a good job despite his personal problems. Okay. I know a lot of Eastern European Canadians voted for the Conservative yesterday. Probably because they don't want to have to go through the same thing that they saw in Eastern Europe, but under socialism. Because socialism is a clusterfuck that's waiting to happen. Right. Because you're from the States. By the way, this looking over here, you can see something since we're using a regular camera. See that console television there? That's my console TV. And over there, that's my stereo. And that's my SM57 mixer up there. No, is that right? No, because, yeah, that's SM57 mixer. And then, of course, we have the other mixer over there in the corner where we do our live streams. Yeah, not useful. Right. Except for their own agendas and special projects. Well, guys, I would say right now it's about 53 minutes and 14 seconds, and right now it looks, I don't know what time it is. I didn't get my watch on yet. Well, get on your watch so we can see what time it is. Well, I know there's some good politicians that do care. And incidentally, Donald Trump is not a politician, but he cares. Yeah, like I said, yeah, and then Donald Trump was personally chosen by God because God needed the equivalent of another Moses type person to help bring his people into the modern promised land, and that's exactly why Donald Trump was important by God. He was chosen by God. He was praying for this role from the very beginning. So, yeah. So, Trump has... No, I don't think so. No. I don't think so. Honestly... Oh, what was that message? Something from BlackBerry. Yeah, I just clicked on it. This is all I can get back to it. Yeah. Let's see. Can I say anything? No. Alright, so anyway, I wouldn't think he ruined anything with anybody, people. I think that's just kind of not necessarily a lot of truth. I do agree that he wants to see more American companies have a fair shot at equal trade, and I agree with that. When I say equal trade means that we sell you something, you let our products into your country with no strings attached. Likewise, we agree to allow you to enter your products into our country with no strings attached. And when we say strings, please understand, we're not talking about, things like import duties and things like that. That's expected, but I mean, it's like we're talking about where special favors or one company gets it and the other one doesn't. That's strings, okay? So if it's played equally, that's no problem. I don't think so. Well, that's why I want to see what happens with this Doug Ford guy. Obviously, as an American, his issues or his campaign really doesn't directly affect us. But except, of course, Ontario is in the eastern part of Canada, which is on the other side of Niagara Falls. So yeah, it does affect us. And it's going to affect our trade. I still don't think so. In terms of seats, Green got 1, Liberals got 7, NDP got 40, and the Conservatives got 76. Remember, we bit the NDP, not just the Liberals. Well, I'm not sure what the different parties are because, well, in the United States, the two major parties are Republican and Democrat. And so Canadian politics, to me, is still really kind of a new thing. But I'm trying to understand more about that. Trump is winning all relations. I'll be honest. I'm not going to say that he's... I don't think he's ruining all relations, but I think that what Donald Trump is doing is a lot of people are benefiting from him. A lot of them. Unfortunately, the people who lose is Iran, which clearly has been caught doing something unhandedly, dastardly nasty. And another country that is going to be a win-win is North Korea. Think about why. Every politician since the Korean War started has not been able to get North Korea to make any realistic strides toward mending the fences with South Korea. That's a big deal. Okay, so we're seeing positive change with North Korea that Obama couldn't do. His predecessors before Obama couldn't do. Hillary Clinton couldn't do it when she was working with her husband, Bill Clinton. We're seeing changes now with North Korea that is going to be potentially good, as long as Donald Trump makes sure that the playing field is equal. There's no lies. That's the thing. Robert Mueller cannot impeach somebody when he has no evidence. It's already been proven. There's no evidence against Donald Trump whatsoever. In fact, Donald Trump might actually be throwing somebody else out to be impeached. His name is Jeff Sessions. Because Jeff Sessions tried to recuse himself. Well, that's bad news, because like Donald Trump said, if I know this guy was going to recuse himself, I would not have chosen him to be my Attorney General. See, now, here we go with that excuse, saying that's all lies. But somebody's got to nugget the truth, okay? The same thing with the weather documentation. I have put all the documentation, all the sources, I cited all the facts. I make sure they have facts with them at all times. If it's people need to make the decision of what they see. And I see Donald Trump as being one that's doing a pretty damn good job. Not saying he's perfect, but he's doing a pretty damn good job. That's a pretty big thing. I'm kidding. So, I would say give this guy a fair chance. He's doing a good job. He says, well, good luck with them impeaching us in Ontario when we won with over 70%. Well, Donald Trump won with that, but almost that many in the Electoral College. What was it, like 470 versus 370? It was like 370 versus what Hillary Clinton had. Come on. Of course, part of the problem with Hillary Clinton was she had a crappy campaign. Her campaign was so lackluster, it didn't even make any sense. Why in the hell was she even trying to run for office when she wasn't even really doing a good job at trying to market her product? Probably because her health issues were getting to be a bit of a problem, and she couldn't hide from her health issues. He's not hiding nothing. He's not mandated to do this tax returns. Does anybody know that? He's not mandated. No, it's not even in the law. It does not have to show you his tax returns any more than I have to show you my tax returns if I had taxes. Well, maybe some reason his tax attorney said that it's best that he doesn't. I don't know. Ask him. I mean, you got the whitehouse.gov website. You can always go ahead and go on the We the People application, put in your name and that signature, and fucking get like 100,000 people to sign it, and you would have to answer it. What I found the funniest for the liberals yesterday is all the Japanese Canadians and all the Indian Canadians conservatives. What? It's all the Japanese and Indian conservatives. He lies all the time. Wrong. Absolutely. I bet the liberals are ripping the shreds when they lost that part of their supporters. And I bet George Soros is going to be out a couple more $billion bucks. Why is George Soros being allowed to do this bullshit and meddling in personal elections in other countries? Someone tell me that. Why is this guy allowed to do that? Okay? And he's not even American or Canadian national. Yeah, I thought about doing a weekly political show. Gee, don't we kind of have that already? No, because we haven't really pushed too much on politics on my YouTube channel. Well, we could. We could. Absolutely. And I know that Jim was it Lacklaw? No, what's his name? Lockwood does. Yeah. You do know Hungary has an arrest warrant out for him. Yeah, well, where the fuck is he now? If he's not in Hungary. If he is in Hungary, he will be detained and supported the court. And then probably be held accountable and face firing squad. Or do they use lethal injection there now? I would help you produce it and find stories. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, I'd be willing to do it. Seeing you in Over the Wire, I'm enjoying it very much. He lives in New York. Well, get the fucker out of this country. He shouldn't even be here. Well, the problem is, did he go through the proper channels and paperwork? Probably did. He's a multi-billionaire. In fact, did you know originally he was a Nazi sympathizer? Actually, he used to work with the Nazis. You see, he originally, to protect himself from facing the equivalent of Auschwitz, he actually decided to brown-nose the Nazi Germans, and basically said he wasn't Jewish, so that he could avoid having to face the fate that affected all of his Jewish brothers and sisters. So that's why he did that, because he brown-nosed so he could live, because he's a Nazi sympathizer and a fucking traitor to the people of the Jewish faith. I'm not Jewish, but I'll still call him a fucking traitor anyway, because he is. He's doing all this stuff with his non-governmental organization specifically to destroy freedom all over the world. Ignore facts. some are saying Ontario is thinking of becoming its own country. Yeah. I know that Quebec, and I mentioned this to you before, Quebec has its own desire to develop its own independence in Canada as well. And I think that'd be very interesting considering how big Quebec is. I read an article about a Holocaust surviving sticking his finger at George. You seem, Sarah's son, he looks like the devil's incarnate. No kidding! Yes, he does. In fact, he looks worse than his dad. Yeah, he has. Okay, so admit, Donald Trump is not a politician in the traditional sense of the word. Donald Trump doesn't know all the ins and outs of the legal jungle that he's basically is part of. So he has to have his own people help him to travel so with all the mires and traps and snares to Washington, D.C. Trust me, it's a challenge enough. He's a businessman. He knows how to make business deals for his construction trade, but you're talking about a guy who's a businessman now having to deal with something that's way out of his league. So he's got his own counsel to help him straighten it out. And that's the truth. We also have a very powerful economy and the largest population. Okay. That's right. That's right. Ontario is the main area. It's where Toronto, the Canada capital, is. Is that right? I think so. Ontario is where is the province with the capital of Ontario or Toronto. I think whatever. I don't remember. Is it Toronto is the capital of Canada or is it Ottawa? I don't know. Anyway, even though the Liberals ruined most of it, I am sure we can get back on track. Yeah, I'm sure we will too. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to depolarize this country. We got to get this country back to common sense. That's the truth. Because this is bullshit. Or it shouldn't be any kind of division that worse than it was in the 1950s and the 60s. This country is a country of all Americans, regardless of race, color, and skin tone, and gender and biological sex. Yeah, well, that might be true. But don't forget, one thing that Canada's got going forward is something that we do enjoy. Electricity. Niagara Falls is a huge generating plant for electricity in the East Coast. It actually makes a lot of electricity. And they also have a lot of tourism. So there are things that we benefit from both sides. Alberta is very rich in terms of oil. The Liberals wanted to shut down Pickering Nuclear Station, which is just down the street from me. Well, okay. I hope you do have a understanding about safety with nuclear reactors and stuff, Pop, because I don't know what the safety record is, but nuclear plants do have radiation that ends up coming in the air because of the way that they're built. If any radioactive deuterium gets out, it's gonna affect everybody. Right, exactly. And guess what we're doing in the United States? We're shutting down a lot of our own nuclear power plants because of the same problem is that we don't want to keep renewing nuclear power plant operating licenses. How you doing, Ted? And guess what? One more thing. You think that solar and wind is going to be able to meet all the requirements of energy for the entire United States? No. In fact, think of what happened when we had that major freeze on January 6th. They had to pull actual oil-fired power plants out of mothballs just to get enough electricity, help prevent people from Maine from being plunged in the dark. No kidding. So that's quite a bit. Yeah. Maybe when we get to the Million Roof Project, they successfully get the price of solar panels down to the point where we don't even need a power grid. But that would mean that everybody would have to buy their own house so they can put solar panels on their house. It's not going to help anybody else who rents an apartment, because unless you got a landlord who's progressive, you're not going to get solar power from his building roof. Because he's going to want his own net metering to go backwards to pay for the hallway lights and the fire and safety systems. You, the tenant, are not going to get crap except a higher electric bill because you can't net meter to put money back into the grid. That's the problem. And right now, take a look at these windows. These windows here, I can put in here two 50-watt solar panels on each one. But because it faces the side when it gets a lot of sun. The only problem is, then where am I going to store all the batteries? Or there would have to be a lot of panels to make it economically feasible for net metering. That's ridiculous. For an apartment renter, net metering is just not going to be a feasible option. Because I calculate how much energy my apartment uses any single day. It's just too expensive. I don't mind the idea of alternative energy. I don't have a problem with it. Like the time Bulgaria decided to shut down, and so... Okay. I'm going to catch up here because I kind of missed some of this here. We need to keep our economy and slowly turn over to alternative power. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. But right now, unfortunately, wind power is just, and solar power is not enough yet. Oh, by the way, out on the water, you don't want to you're not into the poop debacle, but if you know what's going on with the new law that was passed that goes into effect in 2020 in the state of California, saying that every day no one will be allowed to use more than 55 gallons a day of water for interior use in their homes, which means even a 1.3 or 1.6 gallon water toilet, how many flushes is the individual going to be allowed to have before because it's going to go against their 55 gallon per person quota per day? 6 is from children. Let's see. They want to bring back the old math and remove sex ed for children before grade 8, which is great. I agree with that. California has a watershed. Oh, give me a break. That ended in 2016. Right now, they're doing okay. They're planning for the future. This is fine. But are you going to install composting toilets in everybody's home? Because that's the honest way. You realize how much of your water you flush down the toilet? Even if you got a 1.6 gallon water tank, why don't you need no water? Just install a Sunmer composting toilet, and then you don't need no water to flush your shit down, because it's just basically a pit. It sits inside your house. It's a composting toilet. Problem solved. The NDP and the Liberals are very angry, but what will they do when we get 76 seats out of 121? Yeah, if it's anything like what's going to happen with the Democrats versus the Republicans in the Senate, guess what? You got the Democrats are trying to push to say that we're going to have the blue wave and we're going to basically oust the Republicans. Guess what? Several Republicans are actually even winning seats in the state of California's jungle primaries, which is amazing because guess what that means? That means there's going to be a few less Democrats in the primaries. No kidding. No kidding. Yeah. It's in real trouble for a lot more than just one reason. Besides the fact that it's a liberal clusterfuck, it's a seismically active area. It's a homeless magnet. Apartment and house sale prices are out of league with reality. The Democratic liberal government doesn't know how to fix a broken toilet. Never mind the fact that there's over 30% of water leaks in water systems all over the state because of broken and rusty old pipes. And they're worrying about you down 1.6 gallons of water down your toilet? Oh, when the whole city said that they basically can find there's enough water being spilled that could easily provide water for over 17,000 homes. Ouch. If you wonder whether the NDP are basically a radical left wing, even worse than the Liberals. Okay. So they would be like the Socialist Party? Does the people of Canada have a Socialist Party? I'm talking about like our Democrats. They want a minimum wage of $30. What? That's just what I found out. I already knew this from my own research. The company McDonald's plans to put self-service kiosks in all the restaurants by 2020. Why? In partial retaliation of the $15 an hour minimum wage. Guess what? That means that there'll be a few people less flipping burgers because realistically no business can afford to pay you $15 an hour. Part of the reason has to do with Obamacare. Yeah, until you get your water bill. That won't be like heaven, that'll be like hell, especially when it ends up being $1,000 per day infraction for going over 55 gallons of water a day. That's not exactly I call heaven. I call that hell. Thank you very much. That's a boom. Really? You want to talk about water bill? Come on. That's another thing the state of California needs to do. If you really seriously want to get people to cut the water use, have them install composting toilets in their bathrooms instead of flush toilets. Okay, there you go. That's a part of your problem. In addition, remember though that you still need to have a certain amount of water flowing into the sewers to move the shit downstream. If there's not enough water, the shit's going to clog your pipes and your sewage lines because they're brick-lined sewage systems. Place card. But watching the elections, let's see. Watching the elections, live yesterday, there was a lot of Chinese Canadians and Indian Canadians conservatives. And a lot of women. In fact, there are tons of conservative women. Okay. Yeah, well, guess what? Poop talk. You want to seriously get lost? You want to get California to seriously get it down to 55 gallons of water per day per person? We're going to have to talk about poop. Sorry. It's true. You're going to have a composting toilet. That's the best choice. Or an outhouse. Right. All right. I got a well, 30 solar panels, 2 windmills, and 15 batteries. Lucky you. But how many people in the city of Los Angeles got those same things? And we're talking about apartment renters in particular. In fact, for your $2,000 a month apartment, how many of them come with solar panels, 2 windmills, and a battery bank? Not too many. Ed Begley owns his own house. He's got solar panels on the roof, but he doesn't have a windmill because he's a desert community. And he realized that Los Angeles, he can generate most of his electricity from his solar panels. And by the way, he also realizes that for those extra days he wants to eat toast, he actually pedals a bicycle connected to a generator so he can charge his battery so he can run his inverter so he can run his toaster. All the policies are very conservative. They just don't want to change their name to conservative. Yeah, that's people of peace. Okay, well, Connecticut and California are not that much different. If you think about it, Connecticut is the East Coast version of California. And then I see somebody tell me that only have used 55 gallons of water a day. I'm already 15 steps ahead of them because I use water very little water. I don't know how many gallons. I don't use that many gallons of water a day. Biggest water use is flushing the shit down the toilet. That's about it. And that certainly uses about 1.5 gallons of water, but that's still a thing that's too much. I would be more than willing to consider getting a squatty potty in my bathroom or even just getting a composting toilet if my landlord would realize that would be a good way to save water on his water bill. Alright, so yeah, in this case, the scarcity is kind of artificially being induced. It's not like water is not. The water can be reused. For example, in Japan, what they do is to wash your hands. Some toilets, where the cover on the toilet tank is, they put a sink there instead. So when you flush the toilet, it sends water into a faucet right up top of the toilet tank. So you wash your hands, and then that water is used to fill up the tank. Hey, there you go. 1.6 gallons of water that's been used to wash your hands. That should be more than sufficient. Don't need to go ahead and take a fresh gallon of water or potable drinking water and just throwing it down the drain just to flush down your shit. There you go. Problem solved. And the composting toilet is even better because it's like a Sunmar. They don't use water at all. It works just like a cat box, basically. Your poop goes into a compartment, and then there's an aerator that carefully mixes it up nice and neatly, both electric or crank ones. And then after a couple of days and it's dry, you can take it out. You can use it for fertilizer for your garden. Vegetable or ornamental, your choice. And it doesn't stink. Problem solved. I kind of have some personal experience with cat boxes. That's the same way. After a few days, the cat box don't smell that bad anymore because it's all dry. And you can take that crap, literally, and put it into your garden, and no one would know the damn difference. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for food garden, but for ornamental, it'd be fine. After all, I'd be reusing something that could be used for healthy fertilizer. Got a good deal there. Right? Yep. Okay. Yeah, but the problem with the water in the ocean is you can't drink it unless you run through a desalination plant. That's the problem. Now, San Diego. I think it was San Diego. Or was it San Fran? I think it was San Diego has a desalination plant. The problem is they never used it because they never felt the need to. But a couple of years ago, during the peak of the drought, there was plans to possibly get the plant finally back online and working. But they found out that they had to do so much repairs that it became almost prohibitively expensive because it wasn't being used. So all the pipes had corroded, rusted out, all the equipment needed to be worked on and repaired, and it just became too economically expensive to get the desalination plant for that city back on the system. And desalination plants such as reverse osmosis take a tremendous amount of energy to run, which adds up to the price tag. So yeah, that's an issue. Yes, I know there's desalination technology available now. All right, so let's see. Let's see if I see any packages here. I don't think I see anything yet. Nope. Nothing yet. All right, so for right now, guys, until the package shows up, I'm going to go 10-10 on the side and wait for the package to come. And it's 9:49 in the morning. And so for now, I'm going to let you go. So do me a favor. See you on Sunday. And yes, it will be on both Discord and it will be on regular YouTube. And yes, we'll have the regular phones. Yes, for those of you in the Winston area, tomorrow, it's Tuesday 9th, we will be there. And Thanks. And I'll see you guys later. Ted, that includes you. So for now, I'm gonna get some other things done. Bye bye. Bye bye, everybody.